Last year for Christmas, I bought my daughter this book set off of Amazon, the Brambley Hedge. This set comes with 8 beautiful books. First, let's look at Poppy's Babies. I just love all the details. And here is her kitchen. So one way you can incorporate this look in your own house is to buy lots of mismatched plates, like she has here. Here I have some displayed in my kitchen, and you could do something like this, but mine's a bit more chaotic and hers is more put together. Here's another room in the book. Now this is a bedroom, and yet they still have plates up on the walls. They have candles burning. And up at the top, you see, I think these are dried flower heads. And I keep dried flowers hung up over my doorway from my dining to my living room, and I love the way it looks. Now let's take a look at the sea story. This little seaside cottage was just gorgeous when I first saw it. I loved the use of all the seashells, even around the fireplace mantle. A seahorse instead of a rocking horse. Baskets and coral hung from the ceiling. They have seaweed drying instead of flowers. And instead of a plate wall, they just have like a large seashell wall. I just love it. Next, the secret staircase. I'm starting at the end of the book, but this is what I want my living room to look like. I want wood paneling like this along my walls in my living room. And they have large apples going along the walls. I believe cranberries, large Christmas tree. I just love the way this looks. So this is like some secret rooms that they found in the palace. And while this is the bathroom, they still have dishes and seashells and books lining the walls. They still have dried flowers hanging up everywhere. Stacks of books, even in the bathroom. I just love it. And curtains. Always add a curtain, even if you just have a tension rod between a doorway. I've done that, and I love it. Here's another secret room they found full of treasures. And this is one of my favorite rooms because you have the black and white checkered floor. This is very in right now. I did this in my kitchen in my last house and the bathroom. There's some tiles off Amazon you can buy, or they have peel and stick at Lowe's you can buy. And it's just a classic floor. Like, you look back 1,000 years, 5,000 years, this this flooring has always come and gone. And I absolutely love it. Here you can see mushrooms drying, folded quilts. Look, a bouquet of dried flowers or something inside a teapot. That's gorgeous. Stacks of books, baskets. And here's their kitchen. We have a chair by the fireplace with a cute little pillow. More plates, more dried herbs and flowers. I just love it so much. And look, in the middle, instead of an island, they have like a working kitchen table, which I would love to have. Love that. And next, the autumn story. In one of the bedrooms, we see quilts and we see pictures hung on the wall, but we also see artwork from the children taped on the walls, and I think that's just darling. We have different tiles. You can buy plain white tiles from Lowe's and then buy tile paint at Walmart and create your own. I'm doing that currently. It's not very expensive at all. We have books and seashells, toys. Love it. In this section, I thought it was so funny, but they have a peacock wicker chair. I have one of those. You can find those off of Facebook Marketplace. I found mine at a auction. So that's one fun way to add like whimsy to your home. Here we are again in a gorgeous kitchen. Look at this large open hutch. I want one of these so bad. I have yet to find a good one on Facebook Marketplace. But also, there's a cute ladder leaned up against it that he's climbing on. Dried apples, dried herbs, dried mushrooms. Again, a working table, baskets full of berries and fruits. I just love it so much. And then the chair in the kitchen. I want a chair in my kitchen, but it's just so small. I'm trying to figure out how to do that. Next, we have the high hills. This one didn't have very many interiors, but with this interior, we see lots of blue and white china. And this house is more well kept, I guess I would say. Not as messy as the others. But again, we have the dried apples. If you look up at the ceiling, I love that ceiling. Here we have a green sofa and then some wooden chairs surrounding it. The archway for the door, it's like it's an archway. I just love it so much. And again, this open shelving hutch, love that. Now here's an old couple's house that they went to visit, and you can tell they don't have as much, but they still have things hung from the ceiling. Look, this looks like a handmade old peacock type of chair. I love that. They still have the wooden furniture, the beautiful stone floors, and then this cute chest. And they still have like curtains. And so it's still the same, just different, and I love it. And this is one of the workspaces where I think they make yarn or something like that. And I just love how it still has the plates. You have yarn hanging from the ceiling. You have stacks of books. You have jars of dyes and fabrics. They're working away. You have their cotton here. And by the window, you still see potted flowers or greenery. You still see beautiful jars, curtains, even in the workspace. And I just love this so much. Now let's take a look at the spring story. Here they're having a community picnic, and I love that even if they're outside, they're still bringing their wicker baskets, their cake trays, their beautiful plates, and I just love it so much. Their beautiful blankets. Alright, this house is so cute. It's more of a country feel. Again, you have the blue and white tile over here. You can do that yourself. Very easy, very cheap. They have beautiful cakes, the open shelving again, the artwork, the curtains by the window, the plate walls mixed with actual artwork. They have a ladle hanging on the wall. Love that. And then they also have one hanging on the side of the fireplace and then the rolling pin on the wall. This is what I like to do in my house. I like to have it... I like a functional house, so I have my measuring cups hanging on my fireplace above my oven because they're easy to grab, but they're still really pretty to look at. As well as my cookbooks right here, easy to grab. And then I have my baskets up here in the kitchen, and then my pots and pans. I need to find somewhere else for my cutting boards, but anyways, I also like to have my pots hanging and ready to go. These aren't beautiful like copper pots. They're my cast iron and my stainless steel because these are the pans I actually use to cook on every single day. And I like to have them beautiful, clean, and ready to go. And look at this beautiful bedroom. I love it. I love the painting, stenciling on the wall, the curtains. I love how roomy this bedroom is. I'm so tired of tiny bedrooms. And look at the beams on the ceiling. I love that. But having a bedroom that you can like walk in instead of like shuffle around the bed, I don't like that. I need a big bedroom. But in this bedroom, you also see the fireplace and the comfortable couch or a chaise sitting by it. It looks like a little dress, beautiful wedding dress or something hanging up here. A little table for tea, toast and tea. I love it. So cute. And another kitchen, baskets again, apples again. We have a chair by the fireplace. Look at this, 3 different rugs. I love that. We have a barrel. Look, a place to keep your mail or notes hung up in the kitchen on like a corkboard or something like that. I love that. It's just so beautiful. Now this one we don't have any blue and white tile, and yet I still love it. I love this tile look here. And again, a ladder. Just absolutely love it. And I love in this book when they give an outline of the house, like what it looks like on the inside, the levels and things. It's just so cute and fun to stare at. Even as an adult, I like reading these to my kids because I like to look at the pictures. And to end us, the summer story. Here's a wedding, but I just love the canopy. It's just so beautiful. The flower arch. Love it. And I love this space. If you see the window, you can buy peel and stick of this off of Amazon and add that to your windows. I did that in my bathroom in our last house. Beams again, and from these beams you have cooking utensils. I love that. Dried flowers once again. And this is becoming popular today, a little canopy over your bed like this. Love that. Love a wardrobe in a bedroom. And also what's coming in is skirted tables, and this book has a lot of those. The kitchen once again, beautiful, beautiful open shelving hutch. Goodies everywhere, a vase full of flowers, can't go wrong with that. Dried herbs, and look, they have empty hooks up on the beams just for in case they need to add something. Another layout. If you have not bought this book set, I highly recommend it. It was a wonderful Christmas gift. We've already read all of these books numerous times, and the kids love them, and I love them as well. And here's the back. It's just gorgeous. I love buying like a $10 or $5 pack of flowers from Walmart and creating little bouquets everywhere in our house. That's one way to create that like English cottage look, as well as a little bouquet of beeswax candlesticks. And you can't go wrong with some dried hydrangeas. And it's never a bad idea to put your rice in a container. I keep mine out on the counter because we eat so much rice, but it just looks so pretty. Adding some artwork above your kitchen sink. I used command strips to hang this up, but it just adds a little pop of artwork where this white space lives. A little throw rug in front of your kitchen sink is gorgeous. You can get these at Walmart cheap. This one is from House of Tokumen though. Love her stuff. And even though this is a bookcase, you can still put artwork inside the bookcase. In other words, just have fun with your house and put up the things that you think are beautiful, and once you're done, it all comes together beautifully and you've created such a wonderful home. On my mantle I have lamps, cups, mirrors, but also you can spot some seashells like in the book. They just had some seashells everywhere, and I love that. And here I've used faux florals from Hobby Lobby. And to add interest to your house, use a beautiful vase to hold your pens and pencils where you need them. And you can have your candlesticks setting out without candles in them, and they're still beautiful to look at. While it's not yet fall, I still went ahead and pulled out my dried orange garland for the mirror. So thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and tell me down below if you have this set of books. And I will see you next time here at Cottage on Oak with Anna. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment down below, and I will see you next time here at Cottage on Oak.